Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today, we're talking love and marriage Huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged, and in my personal opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only, and none of this is personal. And the Copyright Act is in my description box, so let's get into it, you guys. So in this particular video, we need to talk about the breakdown of Nell and Mel's friendship, essentially, and Nell, for some reason, being in her feelings about it. So basically, long story short, whether you blacked out and snuck and watched some clips on social media, or you actually tuned into the show because Mel was in it this episode, Mel basically is saying, you know, Nell and Mel, they're like, I'm mad at you, we mad at each other. Shout out to Nene. And Nell is upset about the name tag and what type of room that she had. And I'm like, really, Nell? Really? You're pulling a Kimmy and Tisha right now about the situation of the room? You really want to make this a thing, right? Of all the things that was discussed on this girls' trip, you're really upset about a name tag. A name tag has you that in your feelings. No. Let's get to the real, right? So Mel's like, are you kidding me? I didn't think that was going to be a big deal. Of all the things that happened on this girls' trip, right? So Mel's like, I'm mad at you. I am offended by what you said in this interview, right? You're up here saying that me and Martell are the same person. We're both stubborn. We're both hard-headed, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, well, I don't think I said you guys were the same person, right? And so Mel basically plays the interview. And also, Nell says that it's draining. And Mel's like, I thought we were good friends. What do you mean I'm draining? That's how you really feel? And Nell was like, well, maybe I should have just said that Martell was draining. And it's just like, Mel was, and she had a right to be upset. And so then, Nell gives like a kind of an apology if I said, those fake apologies, if I said anything to offend you, which is not an apology. That means you don't feel that you said anything offensive, but you're saying sorry just to say sorry to try to pacify the person and move on to the next topic. No. So Mel interrupted her and was like, what do you mean if? You did offend me. So then Nell's like, I just don't understand what's happening. I have been a mentor to you. And Mel starts cracking up, you guys. She's like, a mentor? A mentor of what? And she's like, well, you and Martell, me and Chris and you and Martell, we were together all the time. We spent all this time trying to counsel you. And I'm thinking to myself, you guys, there's a difference between mentorship and being a supportive friend. Did I go to, was I raised differently? Did I go to a different, education system and all these things? There's a difference between mentorship and support. If somebody is a mentor and they're trying to give you advice to follow in their footsteps, to do the same things that they did, which in this case would be for Mel to stay with a cheater, like Martell, like Nell did with Chris, who she also allegedly cheated with as well, right? How is this a mentorship, Nell, if Mel and Martell didn't stay together? I would not be going around broadcasting, oh yeah, I mentored Mel and Tell through all of the ups and downs in their marriage. They didn't make it. They didn't last. They got a divorce. What's not computing? No. The mentorship that you and Chris are trying to take credit for didn't work. Your advice went out the window. Your advice went on deaf ears. What you guys were trying to be was supporting friends, people that were giving a lending ear. And this is the other thing that pissed me off, right? Because after that scene,
Nell is boo-hooing to Chris, who didn't care at all. He immediately changed the subject to Maurice's DUI. And basically was like, after, Mel said that I was not a mentor to her, and I sat in the car, and it hit me. It really made me upset that she would think that, and how many times did we spend at, Mel and Tell's house, and this and that. And again, that's not mentorship. That's being a supportive friend. That is being a lending ear. And she's like, I was going through all this stuff, my mom was dying at the time and this and that. And see, this is the thing I have an issue with, right? Because unless Mel and Tell were telling you, hey, I don't give a bleep about what you're going through, you need to come to my house right now, we're in crisis, I can't have you now throw this in here as, as if Mel and Tell prevented you from, grieving or dealing what was going on with your sick relative. No. If it was that dire and that serious, I'm sure Mel and Tell would have understood and would have been like, hey, we'll do what we're going to do. Either we're going to stay together or we're going to get a divorce. But you tend to your sick mother, right? But you and Chris made the decision as adults to continue to go to Mel and Tell's house, regardless of what was going on in your personal life. So don't bring it up now because you're upset that Mel does not consider you a mentor. Because here's the thing. If you were a mentor, that would mean there's something that you have to show for your mentorship being a success. And Mel and Tell are not a success story. You and Chris were lending hands, lending ears. You were their soundboard, even though Martel still didn't give a bleep. He was still out doing him. And it didn't work. It didn't resonate with them because Martel still thought that he could have his cake and eat it too. So please miss me with this whole mentorship thing. And then the other piece that we got to talk about is Mel told Nell, keep your name out my mouth. Stop. You can say no comment in these interviews. And even Nell relayed to Chris, hey, we shouldn't say Mel and Tell's name anymore in these interviews. Except for, now, you did a live recently because you were upset that you got exposed in those photos with Martel and his mistress. And you didn't want to get dragged the same way Destiny got dragged for posting that picture at that rinky-dink Cheesecake Factory location that she was filming Martel, the mistress, and the kids for his birthday. And then you kept trying to be like, oh, I haven't spoken to Mel, but we're still friends. No. Mel has been done with you now. Mel was really done with you with the scene when the scene was filmed, right? And furthermore, you a couple of weeks ago were on Mr. Mondays with Carlos King, and you were there. And again, Mel comes up. The conversation comes up, and you're talking about Mel again. I hold my friends accountable. I tell them what I think, and blah, 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 blah. No. Here's the thing. There is a way to tell your friends if you agree or disagree with something, but what you're not going to do is flat out insult somebody. And that's what you did now. You flat out insulted somebody. You said Mel and Tell were the same person. And I'm trying to figure out when Mel cheated on Martel, when Mel had a baby with another man on Martel, when did Mel get arrested for DV harassment, third-degree communication, like Martel did? Because that would mean that they're the same person, that they both get arrested, they both cheat on each other, they both do X, Y, and Z. They're not the same now. That is the whole point. But it's the audacity and it's the denial for me. Here's what's the real is, right? You guys all got your little, memos that, hey, you want some extra cash, go after Mel this season, right? Regardless of how long you've been real friends in real life, regardless of whatever's going on. And now that you decided to sell out for whatever that check was, now you have buyer's remorse. because you thought that you were going to act any old kind of way, and Mel was going to sit up there and put up with it because everybody else has done it in the past. And, you know, we saw what happened in the results of that when people tried to be messy towards Mel, right? And try to play in her face. None of them are her friends anymore. But you thought, because you were quote unquote the mentor, that you had some extra stake in the game and that Mel was going to understand this. No. Even Mel defended you for all of the foolishness of last season and the Houston trip, and you and Chris constantly trying to pair her and Martell up, even though she told you she wanted nothing to do with this man. And even after that, she was still going online, defending you, sticking up for you, saying, hey, this is just TV, maybe production's encouraging this and that, but Mel's had enough. Mel is sick of y'all. Mel is sick of the nonsense. Here's the thing. If you have a problem, don't wait till you get to an interview. Don't wait till you get to a podcast. Tell the person directly before it even gets to a podcast. But you knew that was going to give you a storyline. That was going to give you something to talk about instead of talking about Lexi. And that is the real issue. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.